da da, yai da 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 da, yai da da, yai da, yada da dum, yada da da, da da, yada da dum, yai da, yada da da, yada da, yada he dum, ay yada da da, yai da, yada da dum. Ay, ay, ya da da da, ya da, ya da, ya da da dum, ay, ay, ya da da dum, ya da, ya da da da, ya da 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 dum, ya da ba ba, ya da, ya da da da, ya da, ya da da da. Yada da da dum. Boker Tov. Good morning. Almost Shabbat Shalom. Here we are this morning with connection. And so I don't know about all of you, but I can only say that with the beauty of the sunshiny days and the gentle wind comes the allergies of spring, right? It is that the earth is blooming. And so I was thinking about how, every day is an allergy medicine kind of day. You have to just take it every day because you just don't know what it will turn and be for the day. You don't know what grass you might be running in with a 3-year-old. You don't know what wind might be coming by with all of the pollen and the tree pollen and all of the other allergens that just decide to slightly, ever so gracefully end up moving with wind past your nasal passages and throat. So, anyway, that's your PSA announcement that the allergies are in full effect. So, if you are being troubled by allergies, know that you need to look alive and start to think about what regimen you'll be using for this year. So, a teaching from Rabbi Naomi Levi, whatever you want to call it. In this week of chesed, in this week of loving generosity, when I read this teaching, I thought it was how appropriate for all things allergy, but really appropriate for the moments that we're in as we are counting the Omer. And so for some of you, you're morning connectioners by nature. And if you haven't tuned in yet, it's not too late to start. We are on day 3 of the Omer counting, which is a 49-day period of the second day of Pesach, the actual crossing of the sea, to you're being on the other side of that which was Egypt. So from Exodus to the receiving of Torah at Sinai, the revelation of self. And so it's a 49-day, 7 weeks of 7-day period where we are doing some introspection. We're doing some soul work. We're doing some deep diving into how to find authenticity of self, how to self help, how to soothe, how to look at things perhaps in slightly different ways. And so the earth is blooming greens, yellows, purples, pinks. If you've seen the tulips anywhere that are blooming, in addition to the other blooms, how beautiful they are, with so much generosity and love in the midst of all that is. In the front of our house, we bought 2 blueberry bushes, and they are beyond flowering and producing fruit. Obviously, the fruit's not ready yet, but it's beautiful to see just how, even though things are going on in the world, even though there's a lot of ugliness, you look around in nature with a stuffy nose, runny eyes, a slight post-nasal drip kind of cough. But you look around in the world and you see that, things that come back, things that bloom no matter what. No matter how tough the winter is on them, they try, which is all we can do, to come back. And this is our call as well. Beings of creation that we are, to break through the hard packed ground, to rise, to open, to blossom. to join the earth's chorus of hallelujah, to praise and give ourselves grace, to give ourselves generosity, to give ourselves love. The soul is on the brink of opening cries. The world is filled with so much brokenness, so much sorrow, suffering, and pain. How can we possibly break through and shine? You think about that hard packed earth, the frozen ground. We've been to funerals, we've been through Tu B'Shvat, where we're thinking, how could we plant anything? The ground is frozen. We've been to a funeral where it's time to shovel and the earth is like boulders of frozen earth. We've been through enough to see cracks in cement and roads. We've been around long enough to see what the world needs now is a little bit of shine, a little bit of light, a little bit of, they say things have cracks, that's the way the light gets in. All the more reason the infinite responds, look towards the trees, look towards the flowers, the expanding buds. We're all lifted by each other's beauty, the kindness, the generosity, the care. When we show up for ourselves and we show up for another, when others show up for themselves and they show up for us, and together when we show up for the world, that is beauty. That is kindness. That is generosity. That is care. That is chesed. That's not only for this week of the Omer. That is the reminder in this week, but that is the gentle reminder that that is the way we need to show up. This is the way we need to lift up. This is who we truly are, with potential to be always. And so may the steadfast love of chesed, of loving kindness, generosity, of benevolence, fulfill us. Let it literally fill us up to a place of fulfillment. May it inspire our vision and our devotion. May its exquisite generosity of earth remind us that loving transformation is possible. Let me remind you that transformation is always possible. Loving transformation is the transformation that we all deserve, that we all need, that we all will see each other through as we go through this process, as we prepare ourselves for Shabbat, when we join ourselves together here as community at 7:30 tonight. Let us feel the moments of Tiferet, the moments of beauty. Let us feel those moments of taking in via our senses, to stop and look, to stop and say, hey, wait a second. Life is moving at this crazy, rapid speed. It's going whether we like it or not. So, hey, wait a second. Let me call my awareness to the fact that in every moment, I'm only passing through. In every moment, you are only passing through. In every moment, we together as collective light are just passing through. So take a moment and don't let it pass you by. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you, and we'll see you back here at 7:30 tonight, and then 9:30 to count the Omer tonight as well. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai.